Top of the top. We up. Once again. Good morning, y'all. We're back. What's up? Shout out to everybody that been tapped in. What's up, y'all? What's up, family? What's up? Back again. Rise and shine. Salute to the chat. What's up, y'all? Happy to see everybody. What's up, T-Mo? What's up, Uncle Diggy? What's up, Gigantic? What's up, C-Mill? What's up, bro? What's up? What's up, Fatima? Good morning. What's up? I'm just being me. What's up, Latasha Jordan? What's up, LJ? What's up, 1D? That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Miss Mo Better? PJ? Y'all know what it is. What's up, Shirley? Let's get into it. Let's just go. All right, y'all. Let's just jump into it. Y'all waited long enough, even though we getting started, right? Let's just go. Y'all know how we do. The saga continues. Crashing out. So today I'm going to confirm to you how Kevin Hart been crashing. So remember when I was speaking about him going to Kai Senate show, doing all this extra stuff, whole time he doing all that, his business is crashing. Kevin Hart been knew his time was up because his time been up ever since Diddy been going to court. Ever since Diddy been going through what he been going through, y'all, I'm telling you, they all been crashing. They all been crashing. Anybody affiliated with him, anybody, like I said, we went into it. I'm not going to repeat it. People need to check the catalog. The main year you want to check is 2024. Yeah. 2024 is what you see now, the result. Let's just go. We got a lot to talk about today. All right. So it's official, y'all. It's all official. So everything you've been seeing is all for real, meaning it's not a mistake. You saw all of them win. You saw all of them prosper. The main thing we're going to look at today is just look at how prideful they was. Just think about how they was toasting those glasses, laughing and joking. I didn't have enough room. We'll look at that tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to look at, maybe not tomorrow, but we're going to look at it again. Because remember how, Kevin Hart was always the one with so many jokes. He was always laughing. Whenever you saw him go live or they all together, he the main one being goofy. He was feeling himself. They all were. They all were, y'all. But you're going to see they don't smile like they used to. They don't smile like they were smiling at them brunches. Now, do they? They don't smile like how they were smiling at them parties. So I told you, they've been miserable. They've been in a sunken place. All they have been doing is trying to act like everything is okay. And they're supposed to do that. But all I'm saying is, if they didn't have all that extra energy, like, you know what I'm saying? This is my whole point. If they wasn't doing all that bragging and flossing, and if they would have just did more stuff for like where they from, they would have had some dignity left, in my opinion. Meaning they would have been fairly balanced. They would have been fairly balanced. But since they made certain choices, like Kevin Hart put franchises in California. He didn't put no franchise in Philly that I know of. Kevin Hart put one of his vegan restaurants in Philadelphia. I didn't have time to fact check, but according to what I looked up, he only put him in Los Angeles, which means he didn't put no jobs in Philly. So I'm telling you, they charge us for a lot. Y'all don't get what this is about. What I'm telling you is this: some of this stuff they dealing with is not stuff on paper. It's just karma. If people want to say karma, you can say it's just how life works. When you got a chance to do right and you don't do a lot of right stuff, you end up in bad stuff. Just how it is. Or when you're in a position to do good, you don't do enough good stuff, you can become the bad guy because you didn't do enough good. Just how it is. It wasn't fairly balanced. Then on top of that, they were bragging and flossing. You have seen so many $1 million cars, $500,000 cars. You have seen so many diamonds. Man, you've seen it all. They made sure they went live from their homes. They bragged about every little thing they did. But now they don't got the same energy. Because me, I'd be like, hey, I had fun. It was a good time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to crash out. That's why it's called ball till you fall. But see, they got images to portray, and it's their image that's gone. It's not about their money. It's about who they are. Let's get into it. So in my opinion, I said that Kevin Hart roast was his goodbye present, and that was his funeral. That's my opinion. My opinion, his face is ruined. Matter of fact, I'm going to say, from what I've been looking at, ever since he admitted to doing drugs and cheating on his wife, he's been crashing ever since. Now let's look at franchise businesses. That's like the owner of Wendy's, the guy that started McDonald's. His history is, well, you know, the guy that started McDonald's, he was doing drugs and cheating on his wife. It's not. You get it, y'all? You can't be a certain you can't be a franchise of a certain caliber once you dirty like that. What CEO? That's like Magic Johnson. Was Magic Johnson accused of doing drugs? No, you cannot be a certain name with certain. You can't have certain things on your name in business. You just can't. That's when I told you I knew they were. I started to see, no, they are really messed up in the head, and they've been getting finessed by investors. Like how your boy got money invested in gyms. They've been getting finessed by investors too. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Because this was been happening. It's like this. When people that got money invested with him, okay, I might have had money invested with Kevin Hart, but now he crashing, going through all this drama. But I already made my money already. I made my flips. So what he going through now ain't got nothing to do with me. I made my flips already. Meaning everybody that was investing throughout the years in them made their money already. Let's go. Let's go. We up this morning, y'all. Good to see everybody. Hey, we in dark times right now, but really we not. Only people who have a certain energy gonna be all right. Meaning every day your day is gonna be bright. But for real, it is very dark out here. It just is. It is, y'all. It is. I be searching for something to laugh at. It's hard. It's horrible out here, y'all. It just is. And I'm saying that because, man, y'all, you got to actually look for good stuff now. You have, soon as I wake up, every day it's like, soon as I wake up, 47 on the TV. Every day, they talking about every day when I wake, I be like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? But it is a lot of stuff going on, but everything is political. That's what I'm saying. Everything is political around the clock now. So let's go. Kevin Hart's vegan restaurant fast food chain, Hart House, has shut down all operations. So you got Hart House, he got Heartbeat. No, it's for real, y'all. He's going back to who he was. What I mean is, he didn't earn his spot. Anybody that didn't earn their spot, they're gonna fall on their face. Kevin Hart was favorited. How you know that? Cat Williams told you already. How you know Kevin Hart was favorited? Because you knew all these comedians was in front of him, and then somehow he jumped past everybody. That's how you know. When you know for a fact, it is many more comedians way more funny than him. He was picked. Meaning, it's not like he Marlon Wayans. See, Marlon Wayans gonna always have a career. Why? They earned their spot, Wayans family. If I was telling you, you got Hollywood families, you got real entertainers, but then you got some that got put on, but they not that level like that. Thank you very much, Matt. A lot of them built their persona online. So I can say it today. All the real stars or the real people, or put it like this, the real entertainers are all of the ones who established careers before social media. Everybody that blew up after social media or needed social media to make them big, they are the ones not really recognized for real. Meaning amongst their peers, they know who they are. See, to us, they might be big, but like when Kevin Hart is in a room with all these A-listers, they know, you know what I'm saying? They know you're not on our level like that. But we all gonna play the game. So these are some of the things I said, in my opinion. The real Hollywood was playing games because they all understood when somebody was in office. I call it the Black experience. Everybody understood when that Black experience took effect, it's time to get this money. Meaning everybody's going to get money, but at this point, you know, they're in the front. We'll play the background and let them play the front. And that's what happened. And by them playing the front, everybody forgot the real order of Hollywood. And they started thinking that this person bigger than that one, this person bigger than that one. If you want to look in reality today, Kevin Hart was never bigger than Cat Williams. He was financed more than Cat Williams. See what I'm saying? because Cat Williams is organically a comedian where he's at. Meaning he went through the ranks, earned his spot. You're going to say it's levels. Like Dave Chappelle, all of them tell you how they went through levels of comedy. They had to sweat. See, the real comedians put their work in the 90s, period. Period. That's when they put their real work in. Really before that, but I'm just saying that 80s, 90s, that's when they was putting their work in. Thank you very much, C-Mel. We up. Thank y'all very much. Thank you, RT Bell. We up. So this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart, he didn't earn a spot like the rest of them. Not saying he didn't put in his work, but he was never on them other comedians' level. He just wasn't. So I grew up on comedy, sports, hip-hop, period. So I'm born and raised on comedy, straight up. I remember Whoopi Goldberg first started. Like I said, I was little kid. My parents, my mom. So I'm just letting y'all know I know comedy. Meaning, if you don't make me laugh, you're not funny for real. You're just not. He's not funny. Kevin Hart is a goofball. So he's funny, like he's a goofball funny, but he's not comedy funny, y'all. When he talks, he corny. His storylines, all that, I could never watch that. I've never sat and watched a Kevin Hart stand-up. I never did, because he never was funny to me. So I always knew, that he's picked. No, he's gonna play the role of the young. He's gonna be that little goofball, dark troll, whatever he's gonna be. He's gonna be a goofball. That's what he is. But he's not funny. Same way, what else? But once again, let's go through the levels. Kevin Hart, Mike can joke, but that's a different level of to me. It's different. My opinion, a different level of comedy is joking, ranking, what we call ranking, dissing each other. That's one form of joking, snapping. Then you got the scripted comedy professional. Then you got people that just goofball funny, just naturally funny. To be doing dumb shit, they just funny. You know what I'm talking about? That's that Chris Tucker. See, he tried to be like a Chris Tucker. See, Chris Tucker, DC Young Fly, they like the same. DC Young Fly try to be a knockoff Chris Tucker. So I'm saying that's all they are. And he tried to be in that lane. That's his lane of comedy. Goofy guys, but they're not really funny. Meaning I'll bake their ass. Because some people they don't got on the spot jokes to roast. That's a different level. So I'm saying it's different ways to make people laugh. Y'all know that. So Kevin Hart didn't make me laugh many different ways. So to me, he never was that funny. But now the joke's on him, y'all. We had to go through all this because people forgot what comedy is. People forgot what real entertainment is. People forgot classism. And we just talking about it. That's all. It's called coming back to reality. Coming back to Kevin Hart has crashed back down. So you got it, y'all? Kevin Hart. Vegan franchise. But I'm not going to go on all the vegan stuff. I already went into how these people got influenced by vegan life, even though it's called a vegetarian, even though this stuff is nothing new. If you go to your supermarket, you go in the freezer department, you got veggie products by this company called Morning Star. I was eating that shit in 97. When I first called myself being a vegetarian, that's when we was on that phase. But then as I got older and I learned about soy, that shit is nothing but soy products. Then I just told myself some real shit. I threw it at y'all. People want to be vegans, but they still want to eat food that look like food. That's about it. They're eating fake food. You're a vegan, but you're eating fake burgers. So you're not going to eat Angus beef, the real shit. You're going to eat some soy product that looks like beef. Fake food. So I also broke down how a lot of them also went into a fake ass world because they were eating fake ass food. No nutrition. And it's not a mistake. Everybody's walking around very small now. Do you understand in this country, people are the smallest they ever been? Y'all all know this. People want to act like they forget. Having a little weight on you meant the sign of healthiness. You're eating decent. We know everybody's looking. No, it's the role switched. In Africa, they got weight on them. In America, they're skinny. They look hungry. It's just the truth. I'm talking about the ones coming up. Now you ask yourself, why did Kevin Hart start a vegan company? Leave it at that. I'm going to say investments. Why he didn't put nothing in Philly? All right, just know his shit crashed. All right, that's all you got to know. They was trying to get black. It works. They was eating Impossible Whoppers, all that. They was eating all that impossible shit. All it was fake stuff. Fake. My point is, a real vegetarian, all you got to do is eat salads. All you got to do is eat a whole bunch of dishes without meat. It's a whole lot we're not going to get into. You got falafel, you got rice, beans, you see what I'm saying? You got pasta dishes. I can eat pasta salad. There's many different things. If I'm gonna go vegan, y'all, I'm going vegan on some real talk. You got broccoli and cheese dishes, you know, because really when you're a vegetarian, you just gotta flip your sauces. You gotta have a whole bunch of different kind of sauce. That's all it is when you're a vegan, it's the taste. So I try to go vegan back. I went vegan back in the day for like almost like 2 years, something like that. I went a year vegan, but I went 2 years of just eating fish. But that's as I used to be weak, tired for no reason. I'm talking about young. I'm talking about y'all young. 21, 22, 20, tired as hell. Because I ain't know about iron. I ain't know about certain nutrition. I'm trying to be so smart and conscious. I'm trying to be a vegan, but I'm not knowing about, yo, bro, you still growing. Young man, you still growing. You need certain elements. I didn't know that. I'm trying to be super conscious. I'm going vegetarian. Already was eating pork. Then stop that. So I'm trying to go to another level of exclusive. No, y'all, man, I started realizing, man, that vegetarian shit, that shit bogus. Then when I learned about soy, what it do to men's, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's just go, man. I had to give a background on this vegan stuff. I'm glad that vegan movement over. Oh yeah, then they put a spot in Harlem called Slutty Vegan. And that store was pink as hell, wasn't it? Yeah, because that soy does something. It does something to estrogen and testosterone. Let's go. So let's go. Check it out. He said, if I can give people a place to have the option that's placed smack dab in the middle of where your McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, the gimmick of Kevin Hart's vegan restaurant was to compete with McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, and Burger King. But it sounds to me like he was trying to benefit off their clout. Like, wherever's a McDonald's, I'm going to put my restaurant vegan. You thought they was going to go for that. Then you're going to, I'm seeing now, Burger King, all of them have brought out their little vegan burgers. But I guess Kevin Hart thought he was going to cut them off. This is my point. I knew for a fact these major companies is not going to let it all go all vegan. Because when you start talking that all vegan stuff, now you're messing with Taco Bell money, KFC money, McDonald's money, Burger King, Wendy's. So this vegan stuff, you're actually trying to take money out of other businesses' pockets. Meaning you trying to, it's like converting. You convert people, right? You convert people for the money because they don't understand they being religious cults. So we're going to convert y'all into vegan eaters. But as you get converted into vegan eaters, that's taking money away from the burger makers, the chicken spots. Yesterday, I threw something at y'all about this economy. How people money don't circulate in this economy no more. How we know that? Burger King's been closing. Foot Locker's been closing. National brands that been around for years. Wendy's, all of them downsizing. Why? That dollar don't circulate. If that dollar circulating spared them and always kept them going, just know it's not sparing them no more because they don't spend money like that. That's why they lost favor from grace too. I understand 20 million people plus came in this country. People come here every year and they spend money on product. People come here, they love American brands. Like when I went to outlets and I was at an outlet a while ago and I realized every other nationality was there except for them like that. And I was just looking at how, man, everybody still love Levi. Other people, everybody around the world, they love Coach. They love all that shit. They love all American brands, y'all. They do. Then I was just looking at how these people fatted out. They like cheap shit, and they only like overseas stuff. But everybody from overseas love this stuff here. So I saw this a couple of times. I'm like, yo, I've been noticing throughout the years. Like whenever I go shopping, I don't see them. I be seeing everybody else. I don't see them like that. I see a few of them. Don't get it twisted. But not like that. Not like it used to be. Not like it used to be. They used to dominate shopping, period. It'll be the minority thing. And I'm seeing everybody shop, talking about all races, Asian, Indian, Arab, white, everybody, Spanish, shopping their ass off, y'all. And I'll be like, yo, I'm talking about this been going on the whole 2020s. That's when I started finding out, oh, nah, they all shopping online. But my point is, they didn't get that. They were spending all their dollars overseas. They were spending their dollars with everybody else, except for right here. But they didn't know, by them not supporting their own businesses, they wasn't going to have no jobs. See, we stopped spending money at that Burger King, but now Junior can't get a job there as a teenager because it's gone. Junior can't get his first job at Taco Bell because it's gone now. See, people not looking at the benefits the neighborhood had. When I tell you, people took stuff for granted. I don't do this. I don't like that. I don't do this. Meaning, I bet I don't eat none of that fast food. But I understand what fast food businesses do. It keeps the young people employed. It keeps older people employed. And anybody need a job real quick. Fast food, that's what that's for. Right in your neighborhood. You don't need a car. You don't need nothing. That's what it's for, y'all. So people underestimated these things. Because remember, y'all got bad and bougie. So y'all wanted to be everything else. I'm exclusive. I eat chip. I don't eat this. I eat that. I only go out to eat. I'm exclusive. I just order my shit. And you stop supporting local businesses. But that was your power. But when you stop supporting local businesses, you actually stop circulating dollars in your neighborhood. Let's prove it. Well, when you shopping with this company, let's say Timo Online, that money going overseas. All right? And then even we get to the car, I got to keep it real with y'all today. Even when we get in the car business, right? When it comes to the car, y'all don't support American brands. Y'all, everything foreign. Everything Europe. So I'm telling you for a reason, when I went into a point of y'all dollar became something different. And I'm also giving you the clues on how people stop being Black Americans. They stopped spending money in America. They stopped supporting American brands. And that was part of their downfall as well, which means they didn't make themselves accountable for it. The percentages adding up. When these companies adding up the money at the end of the year, they money not accounted for like that. It's going somewhere else. So that's why I was telling y'all, you really don't got a leg to stand on when you understand what happened these past years. And I was telling people it's a reason why this country crashed to a certain level, because that dollar stopped circulating. It all went online. Not in their neighborhoods. Not in their cities. No, a mathematical equation happened where your whole life is going to be lived out online and everything outside is going to disappear because you wanted it like that. Remember, it was all free choice. It didn't hit me hard till I saw Foot Locker closing in some place. That shit rocked my head. When I was like, yo, I remember Foot Locker was super packed. I remember when them Jordan lines was around the corner. I remember when y'all know every Saturday weekend Foot Locker sneaker store is packed. Y'all know this. So when I'm seeing sneaker store got a business, what I start doing? Looking at people's feet. And ever since then, that's when I've been telling y'all about this Crocs shit. I'm like, nah, they wearing them Crocs. They don't wear sneakers no more. They don't wear, all they wear is fucking Crocs. They all from Los Angeles wearing colorful prison slippers. They're wearing professional CNA clogs, because they really call clogs. So I'm like, the whole country wearing clogs. And it's not that, it's these people. I'm like, you mean to tell me they wear clogs 24/7 now? So I'm peeping everything. They stopped dressing. Then what happened? Victoria's Secret had to rebrand. Why? The woman stopped shopping at Victoria's Secret. So all American brands, they stopped supporting. But they also didn't know those were also jobs. What? When a young woman in college get a part-time job at Vicky's Secret, what else shut down? Hooters. Hooters shut down too. Every business I said, Black people used to support at high levels. But when these jobs crashing, we wasn't looking at now, those jobs are for the young people coming up. The place we spent money at was employing the younger people. So I'm telling you, it was a big crash. Thank you very much, Fifth House. It was a big crash, y'all. This whole thing we talking about is economics. Now you're watching it through people that's supposed to be rich. Because you have money and opportunity, it doesn't mean you smart like that. When you got everything given to you, of course you're gonna win. When you got people investing in you, you don't really got to do nothing. Okay, we got this. We just gonna pay you for your name. You ain't gotta do nothing. But you're not learning. They're not putting themselves through school. Why I said at the end of the day, they don't got degrees. They're not. Okay, it's very rare you heard of one of these people actually say, you know what? I'm about to go to school, get this degree, because I ain't about to get robbed and cheated and jerked. I'm about to make it where I'm going to be the first entertainer that actually got degrees and this stuff, and I don't need no accountants, none of that. You ain't seen them do that yet. Because also they stay so busy, they can't do it. See? So my point is they can crash out and sometimes it don't be their fault because they be listening to people. So now y'all got the proof. Richard Sherman lost his business after 3 years. Kevin Hart lost his business after 3 years. This vegan spot, he just opened it 2022. Yeah, and it started crashing out last year. 3 years. So I tell you, they've been covering all this stuff up. But I knew when I saw that fool on Kyle Senate stream, I knew something was wrong with him. I'm like, nah, he trying to stay relevant. He looking bad. Let's go. Here go the facts, y'all. We up this morning, y'all. We live on YouTube. The last of the Mohicans. The Hart House closed 2024. The plant-based food restaurant chain, founded in 2022, closed all 4 locations after 16 months. Heartbeat Company crisis 2025-2026. Heartbeat Company crisis. His company that we spoke about yesterday, Heartbeat, is in a crisis right now when they said what? He changed his phone number. And all right, he left him for dead. That's the Heartbeat crisis. See the word crisis? I spoke about that to y'all yesterday when I was breaking down the whole concept of black crisis is crisis mean this thing going somewhere. A crisis has an end result, and the end result will not be good. It's mathematics. Hart's media company faces serious downsizing with a sale of endorsements to Authentic Brand Group in early 2026, following layoffs and what? Falling revenue, no money. I told all these people, anybody banking on that dollar, they gonna crash. The BLACK dollar was already damn near crashed last year. And I knew anybody banking on it was going to be finished. Because when you see all these numbers drying up, it's not by mistake, y'all. That's why YouTube is the way it is. That's why if you go to your store right now, it's going to be the way it is. Everything is what it is because the country is going through it financially, but some people are suffering more than others. That's all it is. And it's starting to show now. Thank you very much. I'm just being me. It's showing now, y'all. It's all showing through the economy. The only way you're going to know what's up, they say, follow the money. So even if you got money, you got to still figure out how to get more money because you're going to lose money. It don't matter. Don't matter what you have. Everybody knows if I don't get no new money coming in, even on a regular level, some people are like, I got to get an extra job. Or what you going to say, I got to cut some bills down. I got to do something. Some of these apps got to go. That's what the time we in right now, whether you like it or not. Whether you say, I'm about to slow down eating out. I'm about to start cooking more. You have to cut costs now because we in a time where you don't know what's next. And we don't know when shit going to be bad running. There ain't going to be bad running. That's a fact. But we don't know when. Thank you very much. I'm just being me. So let's go. You got 2 companies right here. Now let's flip it also. Let's think of Philly. Let's think if Kevin Hart would have put that Hart House in Philly and Heartbeat, his media company, all that talent in Philly, all them jobs needed. Hey, maybe he'd had a better karma on him if he'd have put it in Philly somewhere or even on the outskirts. No, y'all, they want to act like Pennsylvania ain't a beautiful state. Yes, it is. Friends, headphones. He also had money invested in headphones. His headphone venture. Hart has frequently cited invested in a friend's company. He invested in a friend's company, his homeboy, somebody. Hart has frequently cited investing in a friend's company that produced headphones that opened into speakers as his worst investment, calling it a financial drain. Bro, this ain't about no friend, it's you. You making up shit because who is the friend, Kevin Hart? No such thing as you investing in a friend, a nobody. No, you trying to blame it on somebody because you failed. You see it right there? Headphone, worst investment. No, he got robbed. Their ass is getting robbed. They were getting booked. So you got it right here. That's 3 bad investments. That's 3 failures right there. Internal failures at Heartbeat. Internal chaos led to stalled projects. Stalled projects. Kevin Hart BSing. This is why I'm also starting to think they don't be having the money they say they got because it don't add up. It's not adding up. It's just not. All right, check it out. Chaos led to stalled projects and a reliance on AI-generated content. Kevin Hart relied on AI-generated content. Told you they be dummies getting tricked. Here you got right here. How you gonna start a company relying on AI-generated content? So now you get when I said the word is y'all fake and y'all watch fake shit. So when you're dealing with them, you can actually make a AI channel. You can start up an AI company just for them. Meanwhile, he could have started a real company, not based on AI. Let's go right here. Check it out. AI generated content for a new project called Blacktopia. So remember when I told y'all Black was monetized? Here you got it. Blacktopia. Here go Blacktopia. Here go Blacktopia. What have I said on this channel before? It's just common sense. When you base everything on one people, your shit always gonna be limited. Who starts a business and just sell to one people? Well, how rich you think you're gonna get? You start these businesses to make money off people that's already poor and people that's trying to get up, but your businesses don't cater to everybody, and I know why they always crash. Thank you very much, Fatima. Black Utopia, an AI-generated company called Black Utopia. You know what that's really mean? He was gonna start a company that was gonna be fake as hell, and you was gonna believe all this fake shit. He's gonna make money off fake shit. Blacktopia. Whatever, man. I'm saying it for a reason. He could have did better than that, in my opinion. So there you got it. No, it sounded to me like Kevin Hart was getting finessed. This is like 4 failures right here, y'all. He failed to materialize as planned. He didn't bring it into fruition, which means he also was done with that. Why? AI is popping now. And my point is, he was trying to bring out, he was invested in it early, but this the time where you don't need money to invest in AI. You don't need to start, you got what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? No, he got jerked. He's an idiot. He got jerked. Period. Because on some real talk, as an entertainer, all people like Kevin Hart had to do was sit down with AI companies a long time ago and invest. What you're looking at, a lot of them didn't have money invested in AI, which is showing you they're slow. Because if he would have had money, and all he had to do was go to Silicon Valley and get with some of them execs over there, he could have been invested in some of this AI technology right now. So I don't see what this is about. I see he got swindled, and I also see he didn't know what he was doing. Because they also said Kevin Hart wasn't doing his part. He was being lazy, and he wasn't hands-on with the company like that. Yes, because I told you all, they were banking on online money. If I can get this shit into an app online, whatever you get them into online, it's going to sell. You're going to get rich. That was 2021, 22, 23. No, it really go before that. But I'm saying it really started off that pandemic. 2021, 22, 23, 24. Everybody knew in that process, you can make up to 400 million. You could damn near get 100 million a year offline, 50 million a year offline, 20 million a year offline. They knew that. That's what was happening, y'all. That's what was happening. You see? Some people rushed, started up companies, profited. Some people rushed, started up companies, they crashed. But everybody knew when we was all in the house, that was the money come up time. All businesses online. So I tell you, a lot of us were slow. A lot of people got played. A lot of people just didn't know what time it was. Yeah, the whole pandemic was everybody's time to get rich online. That was your last chance at bigging up your salary. Or I'm talking about to a certain level, real. That whole time in the house was to give people a boost. Let me tell you what went down. You had regular working people during the pandemic, started up channels. Whatever they were talking about, this, that, and the third, whatever they were talking about. But during that pandemic, a lot of them boosted their network up. And they already had careers. They was doing it as a hobby. See, they were starting up channels and monetizing shit. Those some of the people you saw cooking, they had jobs, but they also made themselves online sensations in the pandemic because they took advantage of it. And that bigged up people's salary. Meaning they was able to put money up. So I'm telling you what happened. The pandemic was everybody's fair chance to get rich in the house. Whether you were selling product, no matter what it was. Meaning you started seeing all these Squarespace commercials. Everybody had a chance to start their own website. You had a chance to already sell your own products. So we talk about these celebrities now. What are they doing? selling products. They're selling everything everybody else could already sold. All right, let's go. People was opening up their own businesses, right? All right, you seen Kevin Hart do it too. My point is, he crashed out, y'all. Let's go. Here you got it. Hart House. These are all of Kevin Hart's key, failed, or struggling ventures. Hart House, closed 2024. Heartbeat. So this right here closed 2024. I didn't know that. That's why I'm saying all this. It was a secret to me because I didn't know. Right here, Heartbeat Company crisis, crashing as we speak. Friends headphone venture. He had money invested in headphones that crashed. And he also had a chance with some AI technology. He was going to start something called Blacktopia. That crashed. Never happened. So you also had to prove Kevin Hart is not a smart businessman. Which I can assume was clear. No, he was put in a position. Everything was given to him. Because when it came time for him to do his own thinking, we see the result. It's that simple. Either that or he just got robbed. But so when I spoke about shit like they're not making no more money on a level they were making it on. Yo, the truth is, since the pandemic, people like Kevin Hart, they've been losing millions. Just perspective as a hustler, as a working person, y'all all know, when you losing more than you making, that don't even make sense. But that's the reality a lot of them been dealing with. Every year they got to pay taxes as they losing on their business investments. Millions. So I didn't make $5 million this year, but I lost $3 million. So I'm saying that's what happening to them. That's what been happening to them. You don't get in these businesses to just make enough. No, they had plans of generational wealth. Maybe his mind, he thought this was going to be like it was going to blow up like Starbucks, but it looked like a knockoff Wingstop. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like you was trying to make a knockoff Wingstop, bro. And guess what? He put it in Hollywood. So Philly, there you got it. Now you correct me. If Kevin Hart ain't putting on his businesses in Philly, there you have it. He could have put 3 in Los Angeles, 1 in Philly. So maybe he had 1 in Philly. I don't know. But just know they out of here now. They out of here. What else the sign is? California been crashing, which means nobody been supporting them businesses like that. They was banking on the black dollar, but them blacks in Los Angeles don't got money like that. But we been through that. Especially since them fires. Let's go. Kevin Hart built his media company to grow beyond him. However, a new Bloomberg report suggests it may not survive without him. This was when he wasn't putting the work in. Now, you also know Bloomberg is finances. So we dealing with strictly facts. Closure. Hart House. Kevin Hart's vegan fast food chain abruptly closed all its Southern California locations in September 2024. See, Diddy was distracting all this. Being that Diddy was going through what he was going through, that's why I didn't know Kevin Hart was failing at that time. So as you see, to unsustainable business conditions, including high operational costs, challenging economic times for the restaurant industry, period. It was a bad investment. An oversaturated competitive market, meaning copycat, they always do the same shit. So instead of being original, they always want to tap into something else somebody already got established. They want to tap into the vegan bird, always want to do what somebody else doing. That's why they fail, y'all. They stupid. Straight, I'm even going to play with you today. Right here, what they tell you right here. The same stuff they always do. An industry and oversaturated. Competitive market. What is YouTube? Oversaturated. What is that? Everybody talking about the same stuff, doing the same stuff. Everything look the same, talk the same, sound the same. Oversaturated. Same thing. Everybody sell weed. He sell weed. Everybody sell weed. Oversaturated. Can't make no money when everything oversaturated. Let's go. Here you got it right here. That's why when I tell y'all YouTube crash and YouTube gonna crash, what you think I meant? YouTube gonna crash because everybody doing the same thing. It's gonna crash. Just like these businesses, when I tell you, look at the rich, look at the higher ups. Yo, people still don't understand the science of saturation. They didn't understand the science of being original. I got a chicken spot, open up a steak spot. You got a steak spot? Now, okay, they got the vegan spot. Then again, why don't you do something else instead of food? Bingo. They're trained to follow anything that looks like success. If I can prove to them I'm winning, if they can see it, they shall follow. I'm always tell you, when I started cooking on the morning, they all came to the morning. Because whatever looks like success or whatever looked like somebody winning, they shall copy. Because they copycats and it's follow the leader. Their whole life is follow the leader. And monkey see, monkey do. They have no, they lost their original talent, y'all. They don't understand all originality comes from your mind, but their mind is gone, so they can't do that. So I'm showing you right here. Oversaturation, which means he should have never started it in the first place. It was already an oversaturated market. Despite the brand's popularity, the venture struggled with profitability, wasn't making no money, high labor expenses in California, and changing consumer habits. Proving the celebrity endorsements alone, the celebrity endorsement, him putting his name and face on it alone, could not guarantee long-term liability. So here you got it. But I can see it clear now. It was all mixed up. It was idiocracy from the beginning. Look at it now. He got it in Los Angeles. It's a vegan spot. He's marketing it to black people. But it's in Los Angeles. So wouldn't it have made sense if he would at least put one in Philadelphia? Wouldn't it make sense, y'all? It's people that's into the vegan stuff. If he would have had one in Philly, I'm pretty sure it would have still been going. And then not only the jobs, that's Kevin Hart's store. Everybody was going to support it. But so you're seeing it right here. So it's either two things. Either he didn't want to put it in Philly, or maybe the investors didn't want to, or he was just stupid. Because if he'd had one in Philly, it would still been here. That's my opinion. And that might have wound up being his number one money maker. Why? It wouldn't have been oversaturated. It wouldn't have been oversaturated. I'm looking at it too. You know what they thought? They looking at it, okay, yeah, California got a lot of vegan spots and restaurants, but they looking at it like being at this Kevin Hart name on it, they think it's going to be bigger. You know, like when George Foreman put his name on that grill. They thought it was going to be like that. You get it? Well, if we put Kevin Hart name on his vegan situation, we're going to do better than everybody else in Los Angeles, but it didn't work. Then you're going to see what? It's not like he started organic. What's organic? Start one up. When that thing start booming, they open another one. They open up another one. So you see right here, he crashed in 3 years. Over, I think, 4 locations, something like that. See, he thought he was going to take over, but it didn't pan out like that. So you see, he did the opening. He did all the work. Same thing with Bun B. Bun B got investors with him. That ain't Bun B burger spots. Smart, wise people understood how to make money off them. And that's why you're going to see, during the pandemic, they started these companies and other people were making money off them. Hey, Bun B, your rap career over. Can we invest in you? Yeah, we think about, let's start a burger spot. You just put your name on it. Whatever. You run it. It's yours. That's the shit they've been doing, yo. And the people behind the scenes getting all the money. Because if you invested money in somebody with a name, you automatically going to make your profits. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make my money. But you might not make the profits you wanted. You see what I'm saying? So let's go. No, y'all, Kevin Hart been the joke. Do you see how she patted him on his head? He been a joke, y'all. Kevin Hart was role playing a successful businessman. No, he was handpicked, y'all. And it's showing. Here you got it. See, Kevin Hart is a joke. He blew up to a certain level off the Rock. Now you see why Rock was saying, sit on my knee. Sit on my knee, Kevin. No, he proven to us how. He admitted he was cheating on his wife doing drugs. You have proof of his failed businesses. Now, maybe we can look at it like the idiot was getting high, cheating on his wife, and not taking care of business, because they still don't understand when you're in business, your wife keeps you grounded. They still don't understand it's a reason why businessmen and businesswomen are married, because your significant other keeps you grounded. Let me make another thing for you clear. Why the hell you think LeBron James' career lasts so long? Because his woman keeps him grounded. That's one of the advantages LeBron have with everybody else. Nobody don't talk about. See, LeBron has been well grounded this whole time. That's why LeBron, he wasn't going partying like that. The wife keep you grounded and focused. Go home, get my ass up in the morning. Get my ass up in the morning, go train. Focus. But when you hanging out at night with Diddy and you party, you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, y'all. When you run a business, you got to take your ass home. You got to go to bed at a certain time when you running a business, y'all, especially a corporation. You got to. There's no way around it. So now you got your proof they were jokes. So what else we hearing? Have we not also been hearing about Floyd Mayweather's situation? In my whole merit, I'm going to be honest with y'all. My whole opinion in this whole thing is, I believe a lot of their net worth, I believe a lot of their numbers online was lies. Just like they're allowed to have fake names, I believe like they also have fake net worths. What I mean is, okay, they might got 100 million, they might juice it up to 250 million, stuff like that. They got 50 million, juice it up to about 80 million. Like little stuff like that, I feel like that's what they was doing. All right, because it's starting to show. It just is, man. And I don't see enough progress. See, Kevin Hart? Meaning, this why in the end, the joke's on him. Because he didn't realize his whole time in this game, he was a clown. And I assume they disposed of him. See? Look how she treated. She patted him on the head like a little boy. I'll jam his face right between my legs. And that's why Cheryl Underwood said, she said he got swallowed up in this. She said something like, I had to tie a rope around him to pull him out this. Yeah. She was like, he couldn't handle it. He was sunken in it. Yeah. Do you see how she doing him? Now, can you imagine Kevin Hart tearing her ass up? I can't believe he'll do nothing to her. You get what I'm saying, y'all? He won't even phase her. But I can see her bouncing his ass and pegging his ass. She got fired from ESPN too. Now you got it, y'all. Him and Shaq always playing. Look how Shaq hold him out. Okay. If you're a woman, you have children. Would you want to see your husband getting treated like this? All I want to know is how would a woman feel when that man be in the house cursing you out and talking shit, but then you later on see your husband or your boyfriend getting picked up like this, even though he be in the house talking all that junk. Ladies, is it possible to respect a man after you see him get picked up like this? I'm asking real questions. I don't know. So, no, y'all, he been a joke. He been a joke. He been a joke, y'all. He been a joke. The joke's on Kevin now, y'all. It's on him. Let's go. As CEO, Kevin Hart reportedly never showed up to his $650 million company for weeks at a time. Company crashing, y'all. Crashing. Didn't even show up. So what they telling us, he didn't even put in the work at his own companies. So that's why you can't blame people. I don't blame people for running off with their money sometimes. I don't blame them. If you the idiot to give me this money, you want to invest, but you don't want to put in no work, I'm going to get mine. Because it is what it is. Now think about all the posting Kevin Hart was doing on the gram, all the laughing, all the joking. Now think about all the brunches, all the parties. Think about all the goofballing. He wouldn't take care of business. But ask you this other question. If you was a businessman and you see how Kevin Hart carries himself, would you take him serious? Thank you, Ms. Mo Better. All right? You a businessman. You watching Kevin Hart do all this. Like I said, I know he's acting and all that, but he ain't handling no business. He's never serious. Meaning he's never serious. So he's already a comedian. He's always goofing around. Then we got this business. He don't even show up. Well, we also can say maybe it wasn't all Kevin Hart's business. And he didn't want to show up because maybe he was just the face of it. All I know is, do you see what this says? Ghetto vegans. Ghetto vegans. See that? Ghetto vegans, Hollywood location. Told y'all everything y'all do is because of online. You became vegans online. Everything y'all did was online, which proved, which I did to y'all. I don't want to even say the word no more. Your brain, y'all all I'm saying everybody that was all into this, they all brainwashed themselves. Eating fake food. Everything they doing was not real. That's why I say fake. Fake, what I mean is not real. Soy product means it's not real. Soy product is not even real, like vegetables. Or some stuff like that. I'm saying that because, do you see it say ghetto vegan, y'all? What is a ghetto vegan? They really saying in the ghetto, they can barely afford to eat, period. How they going to be vegans? Because that vegan stuff costs a lot. Now, you see it? What is that? Fake food. Why? That's not a real burger. That's not real chicken. It's fake. But it's profitable. Why? The vegan hustle is, I can make money and I don't need no farm. You know how much some animals cost? We can make this stuff up with ingredients and flavor. But we don't got to invest in nothing for real. It's a better flip. Now, check it out. This is the whole prank of the whole shit. Vegan food is cheaper to make, but you can charge higher for it. And that's why I told you all it was important for you to be in a vegan cult. The waves online were cults. Everything you say everybody do were cults. Companies in on it. The original crop company, in on a cult. Nike in on a cult of the dunks. That's how we gonna get our money. We start cults. We get a celebrity to wear it, then we start the cult, we get our profits, we make our money quick, pow. So if we start this vegan cult, meaning we're gonna get everybody on this vegan wave, and we're gonna make money off this vegan stuff. We got money invested in gyms. We're gonna get them all going to the gym. Wow, we got money invested in gym products, protein powders, gym locations. We're gonna get them to go to that gym. So you're gonna see what happened. A lot of money was circulating during the pandemic. Now look at this, y'all. Y'all all gonna feel me on this. Now look, wasn't people spending the most money you ever saw during the pandemic? It's like everybody had money, right? Everybody not just flossing, everybody spending money. But they're not looking at the most money you ever touched recent and spent was during the pandemic, which was ass backwards. So these companies knew that. Kevin Hart knew it. That's why he started this company 2022 in a pandemic. A quick turnover. We can start up a company with less, it's less, cheaper, faster than the farm. Because the farm, you got to raise the, it's faster, and you can charge more money for that same so-called burger. Meanwhile, you better off eating a real chicken. You know what I'm saying? And then he called himself compete with Chick-fil-A and Burger King. That means he was a threat. That's also mean. That also means, okay, you got your burger spot, and then he come trying to influence people to be vegans. He's trying to take money out your pocket. You get it? That's what they were doing. Let's go. All right, so now you got it. He crashed out. For the people that just pulled up, here's your facts on Kevin Hart. Hart House closed 2024. That's the chicken. That's the vegan spot. Heartbeat company crisis. That's going down right now, but it already crashed out because they say he changed his phone numbers. He invested in a headphone company. He said that was his worst financial drain ever, which means somebody milked millions out his ass. Right here. He also had internal failure at Heartbeat. For the simple fact, he had a project coming out called Blacktopia, an AI-generated program, whatever he had, it crashed. Because he didn't spend time and invest in his company, y'all. That's one thing. Here you got it. Here's the facts. Kevin Hart says back in his friend's business idea was an endless pit of bankruptcy. And I'm going to say I believe he's making up fake friends. Because Kevin Hart, I do not believe you invested in nobody and failed. Because reason why I say that, what's his name? What is their name? So you're a celebrity that invested in nobody. You just invest in a friend in it. Meaning you invested in a friend so much, you lost multi-million. You saying it was your worst investment, which means you lost a lot of money. So you gave money to a friend to lose a lot. I'm saying this, you could have lost it yourself, but I believe you're making it up. Because you're not going to give your friend something to an extent where it's going to ruin you. But you try to use this as an excuse so we wouldn't peep the pattern of your failure. You've been failing. You've been failing, Kevinhart. You've been failing. Something that happened at the Netflix event that I ain't talk about. I gave hints though, but George Floyd family rips Tony Hinchcliffe, Kevinhart over roast joke. So I spoke about how they was roasting BLM, Black Excellence, and George Floyd. Roasting. And it is said that this is the funny thing in this article, y'all. You know what's funny about this damn article? They say George Floyd family mad at Kevinhart. They say George Floyd family mad at Kevinhart because he ain't stopped them from joking. I'm like, man, how you gonna be mad at Kevinhart? He ain't the one that said it. Do you see this? So I'm like, George Floyd family mad at Kevinhart because he ain't step up and stop them. Meanwhile, Kevinhart got his father roasted. So you telling me George Floyd more important than my father? He had to take it. Meaning, it was not his job to take over George Floyd. That got nothing to do with him. He had to take his dad being roasted. His dad was called a crackhead after his death. He had to take it. But George Floyd family mad at Kevinhart, saying he should have stopped them from joking on George Floyd. Like he could stop him. Come on, man. He tried to stop him. Okay, when they were putting his wife in it, he was saying, man, stop. But it's not his spot to do that for George Floyd, too. Just being honest. So we're going to get into it. We ain't done yet. We're going to talk about it. The man who broke in that car and stole the laptop. We're going to talk about that. Yeah, he was supposed to get 5 to 6 years, but he's going to get 2. So, once again, he got blamed for them roasting George Floyd. Now, I know a lot of y'all heard this. Remember, every week y'all gonna go to a funeral. Every week you shall go to a funeral. NBA rocked by tragedy. NBA family unites in grief for history-making icon and beloved young teammate gone too soon. 2 NBA players rest in peace. Now, the main one that's important is the one to the right, Jason Collins, because now we can look back in history and you'll see, remember, he was the first athlete to come out the closet. Remember? He died sick. And Brandon Clark, the one to the left, he allegedly OD'd on some new type of drug. Meanwhile, I never saw this video. Now, we know how Kodak Black got caught, whatever, recent. People forgot when he was outside, high out his mind, eating chicken. I didn't know Kanye had pulled up on him to show him love. I didn't know about this neither. Kodak Black been crashing out, y'all. How y'all think it's gonna end for Kodak Black? Kodak Black gonna be his generation's Jimi Hendrix. I think Kodak Black is just having a crisis of not getting no coochie. He needs to be grounded. He needs some. Yeah, he's stressed out. Because I see him doing everything except for chilling with a woman. That's why he need to relax. Woman help you out a lot, man. Now, this really ain't nothing to talk about like that, but let's go. Check it out. Rick Ross says, don't nobody fear Drake's album release. Rick Ross says, don't nobody fear Drake's album release. Oh, well, y'all. What did I say the other day, y'all? Did I not say they all scared? Did I not go on a rant on how they scared his album going to drop? All right. One day I'm going to tell you how I know certain stuff about YouTube. One day I'll tell you. All right? All I'm always tell you, man, they be listening. They got people that listen. That's all I'm going to tell you. I told you all. I'm saying I've been telling you. But y'all, my point is this. Y'all know yesterday, I was going on a whole rant how they scared Drake about to come out. What Rick Ross said. Don't nobody fear Drake album release. Let's go. Charlamagne the God warns DJ Khaled, ASAP Rocky about Drake album. Let's stop right there. No, the facts of the facts is you need Drake for content. That's the whole That's the whole thing, y'all. You need Drake for any kind of conversation, period. This is their way of trying to get in the Drake conversation. That's all it is. You see Charlamagne got a reach? No, go back to that Kendrick energy. Go back to the Kendrick energy. Don't you're not supposed to even talk about Drake. Drake don't exist, remember? You're not supposed to even talk about him. He's done. No, remember, his career is over. He's finished. He got done. Why you even talk about him? Told you guys you're going to expose yourself. I try to help you. Charlamagne the God warns DJ Khaled. So now Charlamagne saying, boy, y'all better watch out. Drake about to come for them. Hold on. Y'all, do you see it? We didn't see none of this energy during this battle. According to the scoreboard, they told me Drake was finished. He got dealt with, his career over. He was done. What I tell you, I said Drake is not done, y'all. I said it's nothing but internet hype. I said what happened is the whole America turned on him. All the rappers turned on him. They got mad he wouldn't give no features. They got mad he wouldn't give no features. They got mad he wouldn't drop on their album, and that's what it was about. Because they know he was the sauce, and they know they can cook chicken all day, but they needed that sauce. Then somehow you're going to see these clubs start dying. You're going to start seeing these rappers ain't had the same hits because somehow, I don't know. All I know is you got your proof. When Drake stopped making music, somehow American music crashed. Somehow. But if I go back like I know history, all their biggest songs is when Drake was rapping, and their other biggest songs for all of them is when Drake featured on their shit. Maybach music. So it's the truth. Their biggest songs is with them on them, for the most part. No, they need Drake. They needed Drake. And they had a gang up on him. He still beat them all. And he still got more money than all of their ass. Quick. A guy from Degrassi in a wheelchair beat y'all in a rap game. That's what happened. You lost. He beat you. The biggest prank ever. The biggest prank ever. A guy from Canada outsmarted the rappers after playing a role in a wheelchair. He said, let me try this rap stuff and fuck around and won. That's why they mad. So till y'all keep it real, hey, just keep talking. You need people like Drake. You might as well squash the beef. Go back to making music, y'all. I encourage all y'all make music. Go make music. All right? I'm going to make it easy for y'all. See, being I got love for hip-hop and rap, I used to. I got a good one for y'all. It's a real talk. All you rappers, stop playing around. Why don't all y'all just come together and do a compilation? Stop with this pride bullshit. Stop making like y'all doing this, that, and the third. Why don't all y'all come together and make a compilation album? Do that first. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You do a song, bro. Put that T.I. song on there. Put Cameron song on there. Put Rick Ross. Do a compilation album. Do something. Let Fabulous put a song on there. Do a compilation. French on there. Do a compilation album, y'all. Stop the bullshit. Do a double CD compilation album. Do something. Instead of keep talking. Make music. Y'all talk too much, guys. It's corny now. Make a compilation album with all y'all on that shit. Maybe the shit'll be hot. Do that. Instead of this pride and ego that everybody this big rapper, y'all never ain't gonna make no big hits again like that. Why? You're not working. You're not working. And y'all stayed out there booth too long. You stayed out the booth too long. How I know that, guys? If I was a rapper, I'd have got better during the pandemic. While I'm in the house, which means I can write more, which means after the pandemic, I done wrote so many goddamn songs. No, they got weaker. Remember, they were doing business. They got liquor. They got restaurants. They ain't even writing. They ain't even making their music. All Drake been doing music. Signing deals over here and there, music. They stopped making music. Their part is they stopped making music. It ain't about just their age. Because you're supposed to age with grace. No, they all got in other shit for fame, and they lost their talent. Meanwhile, 18-year-old Brooklyn rapper, pop, 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 pop. Another one bites the dust. Following a dream, but one day he's going to be a rapper. He's resting in peace now. All right? Brownsville. Let's get into the laptop. Now, let me make some corrections. I ain't going to lie. I was like, yo, let me find out they had made a storyline up and stole their own laptop. Because I was like, to me, it don't make sense. But what I mean is, the main thing I said, I'm like, yo, they got cameras and all that. How the hell somebody broke in the car and got away? But that wasn't the case. Now I'm going to flip it from this perspective. I believe Beyonce was sabotaged if somebody set up. And he was the one to do it. Because the laptop got taken out of somebody, like assisting somebody else's car, somebody that works with her music. The laptop got taken out of their car. And I know it's very easy for somebody to know where it was at, and he was the one sent to go get it. I'm going to say she was sabotaged. Why? Because we understand the whole Cowboy Carter something was happening. And magically in Atlanta, she was supposed to do her new songs. She was supposed to do some new content. So them new songs on that laptop, so somebody didn't want Beyonce to do them new songs in Atlanta. Which means, in my opinion, it might have been a sabotage. Because now that I see a face and I saw him in court and I saw the footage, now I can co-sign it. Meaning he did it. Before that, I'm like, as far as I know, they made that shit up. Come to find out, y'all, it was real. Man accused of stealing unreleased music pleads guilty. So he took a plea deal because he didn't want to get them 5 years. I'm not going to say I'm in fact guilty, but doing it for the best of my will, I'm guilty. Man accused of stealing unreleased music pleads guilty. So he's the one that broke in that car. Here you go. So like I said, they went back and showed the footage. But at the time, they didn't show nothing. So a lot of stuff was happening during that Cowboy Carter tour, y'all. We already know that. But nobody knows why it was happening. It was mighty funny where stuff started happening. This was one of them in Atlanta. But they also have been breaking in cars for a minute. But it's not hard to figure out, y'all. Somebody had to tell that man where that laptop was at. Because it was in a regular car by a regular person. Get it? It wasn't like a famous car. It wasn't no standout. It's not like it was, it was the help. And somebody had to know the help had that laptop. That's how they do in Atlanta, man. So anyway, right here. Now you got it, right? He admitted he got to get 5 to 7. Let's look at the facts. You know what's funny? His name Kelvin. So this episode is about Kevin Hart and Kelvin. Kelvin Evans took a plea deal Tuesday before the start of a trial in the theft of unreleased Beyonce music while she was in Atlanta on tour. Atlanta. Once again, the man charged in the case involving unreleased music recorded by Beyonce that was stolen from members of her team while she was in Atlanta on tour last year. He pleaded guilty in the case Tuesday. That came before a jury trial was set to take place. So long story short, he took a plea deal. Evans taking a plea offer from prosecutors after previously rejecting the deal. He had faced up to 6 years in prison in the case, but under the deal accepted by the judge, he was given 2 years. He might have snitched on who told him to do it too. All I know is this, though, real talk. He did it. And he gonna do that time. But you got your clues that how the hell he know which car it was in. You know what I'm saying? How he know which car it was. All right. Meanwhile, let's connect the dots. Beyonce left red face after big on-stage fail. That was when the robot threw the drink on her at one show. One show malfunction, I think, was in Houston. One show malfunction was in Atlanta. It was all meaning something always kept happening. Back to back. The whole last summer, she was catching HELL. Yeah. Last summer. It's like something just kept happening. So that's how I looked at it. Once it's a proven fact that laptop got stolen, I'm like, nah, somebody was sabotaging her show. I'm talking about her whole concert run. And mind you, we don't know who it could be people in her own team. We don't know that. You see what I'm saying? It could be her own people, her own team doing it. It could be disgruntled workers. We don't know. So my point is this. She was taking a lot of L's. And my point was things happen to her that have never happened to her before. Back to back to back to back. So you got your pattern. Beyonce, Kevin Hart. Somehow, just weird things kept happening to them back to back. Cold word, negative stuff, losses, things that don't make them look good, things that's not good for their career or going to help them make money or be prosperous, things that are constantly embarrassing them or portraying them as failures. This is the pattern of what's happening that I was never used to, and a lot of y'all was never used to. So you're just seeing these are the things that have been happening back to back. So she's on stage. Now, mind you, you know she got the good publicity. You know, she going to entertain. So she going to have to prop certain side shows, but all the side shows were messing up. The robot, the car. But this right here was scary. People are shocked after Beyonce seemingly experienced a terrifying stage malfunction involving literal robots. Rolling Stone, Beyonce's flying car malfunctions during Houston concert. So you will see two different articles, both using the word malfunction. So it's not hard to figure out. Hey, the show people could have been sabotaged. We don't know. We're gonna leave it at that. But here's the clue. 3 concerts that and I think one got canceled because the weather, something just kept happening. I think the Chicago one got canceled. Illinois, it was, I don't know, y'all. I don't want to be wrong. I just know back to back. Now, let's get up to date. I ain't gonna stay in that darkness too long. I'll get back to it. Y'all see Snoop Dogg walking down the block with a lion? Y'all saw that? Now you know I had to do an AI check. I don't think it was AI, y'all. From what I saw, it didn't look like AI. But I'll tell you, if it was AI, it was some good ass AI. Because the way that lion was barking, roaring, people were scared, and the way it looked like was pulling Snoop, and he talking to the guy holding the camera, and the guy just like, calm down, calm down, calm down. All I'm gonna say is this: if that lion was real, I'm gonna get Snoop clout for this. But when you look at that, okay, let me move this. To be honest, when you see that lion paw on that concrete, that's how you can tell that shit for real. People coming out the store, and you know what happened? I'll be honest. People started walking on the block. Certain people started walking on the block, and I think the lion got scared. He started roaring. But I'm gonna say this: if this shit AI, I got tricked. But I'm gonna be honest, it didn't look fake. Because the way it was pulling Snoop, and the way he got a little bit nervous when it started roaring and shit. Yeah, and just look at the feet. Look at the lion on the curb. The lion was on the sidewalk everywhere. He was on the sidewalk, and once it started snapping, you see him trying to bring it to the street. Nah, y'all, that shit was for real. I think that lion was for real. I'm gonna watch it again, but as far as what I know, it was for real. It was for real. Snoop lion walking with a lion down the streets of LA. Real talk, man. So let's move on from this. Rick Ross claims he ain't scared of Drake dropping. So somebody said, why all the hate and put downs? Let's move on, y'all. We're gonna get to it. Meek Mill dropped some music for y'all. Meek Mill dropped a new track called 600 Racks. In 2 days, 2 reactions, 2 likes, 1 comment. In 2 days. Meek, why are you playing yourself, Meek? You still don't want to give it up, huh? Meek Mill, do you know in history? You know, I tried to tell you, Meek, what they said about you. I even tried to take up for you a couple times. I told everybody it wasn't just you. They didn't believe me, bro. But for you, you will forever be known as being signed to Layback Music. Not Rick Ross label, another label. Meek Mill, they say in the end, you were signed to Layback Music. Layback. Because it is said, bro, that's what you was doing most of the time. I'm just being honest. Not Rick Ross. This ain't got nothing to do with Rick Ross. It's being said that instead of you writing in that booth, instead of you getting better, You was just dealing with laid-back music. You beefing with Wale, you ain't getting better. You just dealing with laid-back. So that's okay. Insanity means what, y'all? Insanity means doing the same thing over and over and over again. Meek Mill career been over, but every year he just keeps trying to drop new music. I remember one year the nigga said, I'm about to do 7 mixtapes. He keeps talking about albums dropping, but y'all still don't get. Insanity means doing the same thing. Hold on. All you got to know is, man, they keep doing the same thing, getting the same results. A fucking zero. Insanity is also when you keep repeating the same thing. Insanity is also when you guys keep believing the same thing. You keep believing somehow they're going to make a hit record. Not even that. They believe it, so you believe it. You still waiting on Dr. Dre to drop that Chronic album, huh? Dr. Dre made them wait for an album 25 years that never came out. So let's go. Meek Mill dropped the song 600 Racks. 2 days, you see it, man. What's the topic? Hip-hop vibes. All right, there you got it. I'm just keeping y'all up to date. Because I guess Meek feel like since Rick Ross back out, he want to come back out. Y'all should just do a compilation. Or y'all do a double CD together. Maybe y'all get y'all streams then. That's what y'all should do. Real talk. All right? It's in the bag. It's in the bag. For the hood and trailer park trash. I just don't talk about trailer park trash because they ain't my business. But yeah, they crashing too. Crashing out. They've been crashed out. This Eminem baby mother Kim, y'all. Remember his baby mother Kim? There she go. Eminem baby mother Kim about to go to jail. That's Eminem's baby mother, y'all. That's his child's mother. Do you see how she turned out? No, the end of an era. She allegedly did a hit and run or something like that, drunk driving, hurt somebody. She's about to do prison time. Let's go. Just show y'all up to date. Everybody still proud of Mike? Be proud. Enjoy your show. Enjoy your movie. But I'm going to keep you up to date with this stuff. Ain't going to stop on Mike neither. Michael Jackson faces new allegations from his second family. They say he abused them for years. Now, y'all, I covered this already 2 weeks ago. Remember those 4 brothers and sisters that came out and said what Mike did to them? But what we didn't know was they were considered his second family. But I'm also showing you how these things keep resurfacing. And I think those 4 siblings been talking more. Yeah. And the main thing they were saying, that he's worse than what people think he is. Meanwhile, look what's being posted as we speak. New York City sexual abuse cases are coming to light. Sexual abuse in New York City. Join the lawsuit. You may qualify. So they're telling you all, if you've been sexually abused by somebody, especially if it's somebody of your importance, money, somebody that got money, somebody that had a business, somebody that, you know, they let you know right here, money grab, get your money. Meaning, don't die broke. Don't be the person that let somebody violate you in life and then you die broke. Don't do that. You got it right here. Now, this also trolling because they know a lot of y'all look up to as sexual abusers and y'all train to take abuse and like it. So the word is a lot of y'all ain't going to try to get no lawsuit anyway. So we'll leave it at that. But I'm just showing you, as all this funny talk going around, here you go. New York City sexual abuse cases are coming to light. Join the lawsuit. I'm going to leave it at that, y'all. Let's go. Why are we talking about that? Because a lot of them going to be caught up in a lot of stuff. Now, I'm going to keep showing you how these hip-hop or these bogus sites keep posting these people. I'm bringing it to you in real time to show you this where the game is at, but I must also be fair. The more we see in these young people is letting you know your time is up. So that's why I say a lot of time I got to slow it down. Y'all got it twisted. Everybody's looking at it like Because even I had to slow up. Everybody's looking at it like Kim K is exploiting their child. Beyonce is exploiting their child. But the truth is, maybe it's just too many grown-ups still around this rap shit. I'm starting to look at it like that now, y'all. Maybe it's just we hung around too long, and maybe these young teenagers are doing what they're supposed to do. Try to be child stars, which is still a smack in the face. Everybody's showing you that you guys are still hanging around young talent, meaning y'all got none but young talent left anyway, and now y'all all just hanging together. And y'all the ones idiots talking about they this, they that. No, you forget they told us that this was a little kid's game. If I had to tell the truth, when I first started liking rap music, it had to, when I knew for a fact, definitely 7 years old. But really it was before, I'm gonna say really in second grade, which means, yeah, 7 years old. 7 years old, yep. 7 years old when I knew for a fact I like rap. When I remember listening to the radio, 7 years old. First listening, 7. It's for kids, y'all. But people didn't want to accept it. It's for children, y'all. It is. That's the whole purpose of the nursery rhymes and all that stuff. This game really is a game you're supposed to check out at a certain age. You are. Blue Ivy Carter's list of achievements at 14 is impossible to ignore. But this is the part I'm talking about. When I know people failing and these whack-ass bloggers have to cover their children for any type of traffic. That's my point. And I was just giving y'all, a lot of y'all grown-ups, the heads up. When you're dealing with their content, you better be very cautious of it. But I'm also going to give you another hint what I told you. Now, the past I'm going to give them, you're going to see. When they post Blue Ivy, they put the parents there. And I was telling you all that's the respectful way to do it. If you don't do it like that, you're doing something else. Also, when you're speaking on them youngsters, you're doing something. You're doing too much. But the truth is, it is the youngsters' time. And it's time for the older people to leave. Because if you don't, you will be classified soon. You're going to be caught up. Northwest takes over Rolling Loud. Watch the 12-year-old star. Now, I'm showing you hip-hop. They make it a point in y'all articles to always put the age. 14, 12. When it's Jay-Z Diddy, they're always going to say 56. The 57-year-old rapper, they always do that. But they showing you, this is y'all culture of teens and grown-ups. But they telling you in this age, y'all already need to leave this shit alone. Y'all trying to just leave it alone now, y'all. This is what I was telling you why it's all over. When I was saying, the way they got it set up, Generation Alpha will not be looking up to these people. Generation Alpha going to look up to who? Northwest and Blue Ivy. Meaning they're not for your grown ass. They not. And the truth is, grown-ups are the ones lingering online now when these apps are really for youngsters now. They are now. They are now. And the youngsters can't have all the fun they want because all the grown-ups made it where it had to be filters with locks and all this other shit. No, it's the grown-ups, y'all. The truth is grown-ups are not supposed to be participating in stuff the way they do. Grown-ups supposed to just be doing, put it like this. All you really supposed to be doing is just watching stuff and shutting up. Okay, you want to hit the like button. But all that talking and commenting and resharing, grown-ups, you're doing too much in this child's game. That's the problem. All these emojis and these kids, you're doing too much. You ain't supposed to be doing that, pervert. Even if you're a pervert, you're an idiot. You ain't supposed to do that. Let them have their fun. It's no different from you, that old-ass dude, you want to go to the court and ball out with the young boys. Man, let them play the game. Let them have their fun. So that's what this about. The truth is, maybe the old people lingering around too much. Told you, narratives flip. See, it can start out, man, they trying to exploit their kids. But they making a point to let us know, no, their kids are going to be here. It's about them now. That's the point. Now let me show you this media stuff. How they got to use them. See that? Shine. That whatever that shit is, it's not verified. See that? It's not verified. This is verified. You're going to see the check. See? See Mirror USA, the check? Verified. Northwest 12 struggles to answer interview questions. So they saying she's struggling to answer questions, and they trying to say, people trying to say she's slow. But I'm showing you how it's her turn now. But people got stuff to say. So they saying This girl, no, she don't have no talent. They dressed her horribly like a clown. Sorry to be this blunt, but the other day she was in one of those outfits and looked like a monster. So this is what I'm telling you guys. I get to give you an example. When you're a grown up, you're not supposed to be talking about a child like that. You're not supposed to be posting that stuff because she's still a child. But in your brain, you don't get it. Grown-ups, get your ass off these apps. What I mean is, some of y'all need to stop participating. I mean, just shut up. Just shut up. That's all you need to just be quiet. Enjoy the content. If you don't like it, don't watch it. If you don't like it, scroll past it. But what you don't get is your grown ass is commenting on a 12-year-old. You're not getting it. But if somebody said it about your child, what you gonna say? So you know, I talk about shit in real time, but you ain't gonna hear me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go there with people because they're still a child, they're still a youngster. Certain lines got to be drawn, y'all. So it's not my place to always critique their children. It's not my place to be leaving comments about their children. Whether I'm defending them or not, it ain't my place. But you got it right here, right? Fans say Northwest need guidance as she debuts anti-eyebrow. So you see that verification? You got verified news, like I told you, and then you got not verified. The people that's not verified, a lot of them be the main ones dealing with exploiting. They be trying to exploit them for clout. So there you got it. Showing you that this is where we at now. That's my point. This is where we at now. So in reality, Beyonce, in my opinion, they have been trying to give her the light. Because it's her time now. So there you got it. Ha ha ha. Finally get to talk about this. I can't wait to watch this. Now, pull up, everybody. This movie look good. What's the name of this movie, y'all? God is God or something like that, right? God is God. It looked like a very good movie, too. But do you see how wicked it is? What's the word, y'all? They're not telling the word on them is they are the sinners. They are the sinners. They are wicked. They're not telling them it's not a coincidence. They get an award for wicked. They get an award for what? Sinners. Because the word is they're wicked sinners. Now he got another one. This movie looks super demonic. Bro, I'm going to shout out to all my homeboys, all the men, all the fathers. I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all notice this narrative of youngsters slaying their father, right? It was in power, but it happened in real life. Y'all remember the story a couple years ago where the two twin daughters slaughtered their dad because he took the phone, they took his life? Yes. And it was another situation where two sisters beat the crap out their mother over the phone. Here you got it. Told you it was the word is they demons. What else I told you? Didn't I tell y'all them braids represent something? Didn't I tell you those braids mean something? I told you when them women wear them braids, it means something, y'all. Ghetto, ratchet, hood, wicked, evil, all this other shit. Stereotype. I told you they made ways for you to look and they're going to stick. Let's just say this movie going to be to scare anybody from ever dealing with you again, black woman. Shit like that. Meaning, if you look a certain way. But this movie promotes slaying your daddy, slay your father, your punches. You better watch how you talk to your daughter, bro. Matter of fact, bro, don't let her watch this movie. Don't give her no ideas. What else to show you? How the mother gaslights the children. But allegedly, he did something to them. So I get it. But that's not the point. The point of the movie is they two wicked, conniving ass, you know who. They supposed to be sisters. But y'all know what's up. We're going to talk about that. God is a bold, exhilarating saga about G.O.D. murder. No, it's going to be wicked. It's going to be evil. It's going to be dark and demonic. But guess what? Who you think they saying are the demonic people now? All the things I've been telling you. All other things I've been telling you. Meaning, everything they were proud of. They had no clue in the end. They was going to be considered the wicked ones. See, back in the day, they used to say the white man was the devil. But guess who they say the devil is now? They rewrote the books. Because y'all don't get. In modern time, they have damn near topped everything the white man did, allegedly. If we had to keep a scoreboard, and we had to go back to all the people that so-called Europeans slaughtered in America, and then we got to go check the books from all the people that the blacks slaughtered. Now you got to think of every city. You got to think of gang banging. You got to think of every year it happened and never stopped. And you got to think of all the people in jail for murder. You got to think of all the mothers that buried their sons. Some mothers buried 3 sons, ain't been to one war. And when you really look at the math, you might be surprised who did the most killing in this country in the end, and in a shorter time. Now we're dealing with science and mathematics, analytics. But the word is, they are wicked sinners. If you don't believe that, all you got to do is go on the Instagram timeline. Go on their TikTok. Wherever they at, just watch. You'll see it. Wicked, evil, demonic. Boom. How many of y'all saw that movie, Beast with No Nation? If you ain't see that movie, you just be talking about roots. And you ain't never see you ain't see this. I'm going to say, if you ain't see this, you're not black for real. I'm going to say you're a fake African-American if you ain't see this. But check it out. How many of y'all saw this? Beast with No Nation. Well, it's over there, but just know, this is also about you. This movie is about Chicago, New York, LA. This movie is based on the process y'all go through in your neighborhoods. How you going to grow up poor? You're going to somehow, some way be around the OG, the older guy, somebody that's not your father. He going to put a gun in your hand, little thug, little youngster. And then what's going to happen? He going to start touching on you and doing stuff to you. Meanwhile, this whole movie is about how they break boys and put them in war. Something that happened already in Africa. But when you watch this movie, I promise you, everything in this movie you will see they do to this day. So I always told y'all the thing. You will know who's really from Africa because they're going to have the same behavior. You're going to know the ones who was in slavery because they don't know nothing. So when I make these statements, there's a reason. If you ain't watched this movie, A Beast with No Nation, but what's the sidebar? Beast with No Nation. How many times I told you who bears the mark of the beast? What's the word? The word is they don't got no more community. Oh, the word is they went against their own country. Remember that taking a knee? When they went against their own country, what they do? They've been going against their own what? Nation. They've been going against their own nation. Even though I told them to go overseas, you're supposed to go where you want to go at now. You ain't want to go, right? But you didn't know the trick was you're going to be against your own nation. Now you a beast with no nation, meaning nobody got your back. You're nobody now. That's what this movie about. Now, what I mean is, for those who don't get what I'm saying, these your ancestors, some of y'all. Watch the fucking movie. You're going to see in here how they act in church. That's where you get it from. You're going to see in this the freaky behavior of the twerking. Where you think twerking come from? It's in this. You're going to see the horny behavior, the Geppetto behavior. It's all in here. You're going to see them smoking weed. It's in here. You're going to see them fucking starving. Ain't got nothing to eat, but they got big-ass guns. Same thing you do in the hood. Everybody in the hood poor as hell. Somehow they got big-ass guns, all these clips, drums, but they starving like a bitch. Why they were beasts? They was eating fucking insects. Starving. Beast of no nation. But meanwhile, if you got the heart to watch it, and you smart, you're going to see everything in this movie already happened in America already. It's called the ghetto. Just watch it. Anyway, I had to shut it. We had to go there. Oh, yeah. Hopefully one day I get a check from Netflix because I stay promoting them. So I told you, I watch the real stuff. It's on Netflix. Show you the process of how they turn youngsters out. But the only difference is this came out 2015. But this actually is the movie that influenced, meaning they don't rap over there. Even though in this shit they was rapping, my point is, in Africa, they will be considered the young drillers. It show you the process, how you turn a youngster into a driller. This same process was taught in America through gangs. It's the same process, the gang process. The OG teach the youngster how to do this, do that. Bingo. But then you're going to see this era, they were turned out little sissies. Why? In this movie, they turn them boys into sissies. He said, the code word was, we got some more training to do. We got some training. All in here. They turn them into sissies first. And then they show you how, then they turn them into, you know what, killers. All right, y'all? So you're going to see it was this young thug movement in America of young thugs dressing like young thugs, and they also were killers. Now let's go back. Here y'all proof, y'all. Kevin Hart businesses crashing out. They all crashed out, for real. Heart House, vegan spot. Here's the Heart House. Crashed out in 3 years. His major company crashing out right now as we speak, Heartbeat. That was the big investment company. $650 million invested in. Closing. Crashing out, y'all. Changing this number. People getting laid off. So you just ask your question. How the hell is Kevin Hart failing if he was really that big? There's another question. Do you really believe Kevin Hart was bigger than Jamie Foxx? Jamie Foxx still all right. And I told y'all all when this shit first happened, I told all y'all Jamie Foxx was the smartest one of all of them. I told y'all. Now I can prove it. Do y'all all see how Jamie Foxx stayed out of all this shit? Jamie Foxx went straight ghost. Jamie Foxx is a wise man, y'all. You're going to see he got sick and he got low after that. Meaning, Jamie Foxx was partying. His history go back to Diddy and them from day one, too. J-Lo, all that. But Jamie Foxx stayed out of it. And what'd he do? He said, Diddy tried to get me. Then what'd he do? He went on stage and do some shots at Diddy. Meaning, Jamie Foxx separated himself from Diddy. He didn't stay quiet. He didn't play the quiet role. He said, Diddy tried to get me. And what I say, man, I said, he's smart. I knew what Jamie was doing. He said, I'm not going to, the smart people knew you're not going to get over by being quiet. So Jamie Foxx been addressed that shit. Yeah, Diddy try to get me. And then after that, he got a Netflix special. And then after that, Jamie Foxx do some shots at Diddy. Meaning, he got away from that shit. Meaning, I'm going to have my career. So Jamie Foxx is a smart dude, y'all. Because now he popping back out. And I'm just looking at, no, Jamie smart. He stayed out of all this shit. And I was trying to tell y'all, no, you still have successful people in this game. They just not the most favorite and popular. You started liking Kevin Hart more than Jamie Foxx. Y'all love Kevin Hart more than Cat Williams, more than everybody, Dave Chappelle. So I kept trying to tell you, the ones y'all love are the ones that are really failing for real. Jamie Foxx is okay. And my point with Jamie was, you will see he stayed out of all this shit. Jamie Foxx had parties at his house. He started understanding. I ain't getting in trouble with certain dudes. I just stay at the crib. But I wanted y'all to see how certain people stay clear everything. Now, also, whatever Jamie Foxx got money invested in, I'm pretty sure he's doing all right. Meaning he's not training for failing. So the smart ones know how to stay out the way. Man, I'm not hanging with Diddy and Jay-Z like that. We cool, but I ain't going to keep hanging with them. I hung with them in the 90s. I ain't going to hang with them now. Man, we was wild back in the day. That's simple. Man, we wild out back in the day, but I ain't hanging with them now. Hell no, they be doing too much. Got it? It's the same thing. They were hanging with the game. What I call Kevin Hart, Diddy boy. So when it first happened, like when I talked about Diddy boys, I was like, his immediate circle gonna suffer. So they the Diddy boys. They the ones with him all the time. Kevin Hart, Usher, Fabulous. You know what I'm saying? They the ones don't got careers. You know what I'm saying? The ones with him the most, their career gonna crash out. It's not fair. It's not fair as well. It's not fair y'all hang with Diddy every day. Y'all ain't supporting him, and y'all gonna have a career while he's suffering. And when he come out, y'all gonna have more money than him too. No, you gonna suffer too. They just getting it in their own way. They just getting it how they getting it. Diddy got embarrassed one way, they getting embarrassed financially. Meanwhile, you ask the question, Kevin Hart always at the Sixer games. Kevin Hart always at the Eagles game. You ask yourself, out of all of these crash vegan spots, why he didn't put one in Philly. Why he didn't get the people in Philly an alternative to have something healthy, since being vegan so healthy. Why he didn't do that. So why he using blacks to market the vegan burger, but he ain't put no businesses in no black neighborhood. No, he was trying to make it a fad for the blacks. That's all it was. Hollywood locations. Long story short, they calling them ghetto vegans. What the hell is a ghetto vegan, y'all? You're fake. So you don't eat meat, but you want to eat stuff that tastes like meat. You don't eat meat, but you want to eat stuff that look like meat. Why? You claim you're a vegan, but you know you're fake. Because if I pull out a real double burger, you're going to be hungry. But what if I told you real vegans don't get hungry when they smell meat? Same way, I don't get hungry if I smell McDonald's. I could be starving. I don't get hungry because I don't eat that stuff. And if I eat it, I'm eating it. If I ever eat McDonald's, fish fillet or something, or whenever I eat McDonald's, period, I know I'm eating junk. I already know, meaning I'm eating on purpose. Because I look at McDonald's just like a honey bun or it's junk food. It's like chips. So if I was to eat McDonald's, I'm going to always detox after that. But my point is, this is why they fake people, y'all. They fake as hell. I don't eat chicken, but I eat stuff that look like chicken. I don't eat chicken, but I'll eat something worse than chicken. I'm going to eat plastic. That's what soy is. I'm going to eat soy. Something that jams up my backside, make me constipated. Even though real organic chicken flows through your stool. Organic food, y'all, flows when you got to use the bathroom. That's how you know the level of food you eat. You always going to know when you go to that bathroom. If that food don't flow through you, it's junk. Heavily toxins in it. High levels of soy. You're sitting there spraying. Then you're gonna be like Dion need the pens when you're older. You know why we need the pens older? All that sitting on concrete outside and straining on toilets. And know what else mess you up? Sitting on the toilet too long. So anybody that be on the toilet scrolling, did you know you get hemorrhoids like that? You get hemorrhoids from just keep sitting on the toilet too long. Yes. And being constipated. But all that soy makes it worse. Because it don't flow when you got to go to the bathroom. Fake food, y'all, that's for them. So they became fake people. I told you they were doing too much fake stuff. They were doing everything fake, eating fake food, fake this, fake ass, fake titties, fake face, fake everything, y'all. Everything was just fake numbers. Yeah, man. So you see it? Kevin Hart is the joke now. He's the joke. Failed businesses. He was a mascot just like Bun B is. Kevin Hart's notable business struggles as of May 2026 include the closure of his plant-based food chain, Heart House. So now y'all get why Kevin Hart started hanging out with the youngsters. Kai Cenat, 24 years old, he started trying to hang with him for clout. What else? He tried to hang with Drewski. I told y'all, I said, man, he trying to get clout of Drewski and Kai Cenat. But I'm the one that already told you, Drewski took their spot. Drewski funny. Kevin Hart is not. So he knew that Drewski and Kai Cenat was popping. He tried to get down on the show. He tried to be down. Meanwhile, I'm like, Kevin, why are you trying to hang with them young boys? You're 48. You know goddamn well you've been to Diddy parties. You know your name is ruined for real, but you're trying to stay relevant around Kai Cenat. That's it. Wherever the sauce at, that's where they going there, y'all. Wherever the secret sauce is, they shall follow. You feel me? That's how they do, y'all. You win it, you got the special ingredient. All they trying to do is find out how to get it from you. And they gonna come. That's right. So there you got it. I think he got finesse with investments. So there you got it, y'all. We're not gonna drag out on Kevin Hart dark ass. Just know what I mean dark, he's a loser. So check it out, y'all. It's not a coincidence. After Kevin Hart had to tell the truth about his drug use and his adultery, now look at his brand. And let's ask a common sense question again. Because I'm going to tell you again, in some of y'all world is make-believe. You don't know shit. You don't know business. All you know is a face and money. He got money. Do you think any respectable business will be prosperous after you find out the owner is a woman beater and a drug head? Okay? households will not support that. Especially people. You have to remember, a lot of people hate drugs. A lot of people hate adultery, cheating on your wife. Nobody respects brand. A brand is not going to last after that. A football player can, an entertainer. See, you like entertainers. So that's why they don't do no wrong to you. That's why I told you, that's why I considered y'all insane. Because real business, nobody's going to support the brand of certain type of people. Why you think Magic Johnson always smiling, happy, not in no trouble? You got to be clean to rep a brand, y'all. So once he admitted of doing ecstasy, Molly, drugs like that, and cheating on his wife, I knew his brand was going to crash, y'all. But I told y'all, once somebody got accused of some shit, they was going to crash. In this game, once you accused of some shit, it's going down. Your brand going down. Because even if it's speculation, maybe he did it, maybe he didn't. Some people going to play it safe. You know what? I'm just not dealing with it no more. I'm just not dealing with him. Because I don't know, therefore, I'm not dealing with it at all. That's what happened to him and everybody else. When I was talking about people like Usher, everybody y'all support Chris Brown, nobody else supports them, y'all. But that's why they going broke. Because the world don't support them. This is why I mean they just perpetrate in black entertainment. They just perpetrate online, but in reality, they don't have full world support. Then you look at, they don't have no real worldly projects. And meaning Kevin Hart is relevant now because of Netflix. He got other stuff on there now. Let me make this clear too. The Kevin Hart roast is the #1 thing on Netflix trending, just like the Diddy doc was. These are facts. And it's not a coincidence he's also being roasted for Diddy parties on it. He's done, y'all. Meaning the whole world watching that shit. It's #1 in the world. Yes, it is. So there you got it. Kevin Hart built his career off the backs of Rockefeller and The Rock. See the joke? His career built off The Rock, right here, and The Rock Rockefeller. Without them, Kevin Hart would have been a nobody in Philly right now, sitting outside. All right, that's what he might have turned Muslim by now. That's about it. Here go your other proof. The laptop was stolen, y'all. It was stolen out of somebody else's car. So there you have it. All you got to know is somebody had to tell him what car was in. Or let me clean it up. Let me not say that. Meaning it is other side to it. Because Atlanta already had car break-ins. And maybe he just was lucky to hit the lotto. Meaning he might have been a guy that always broke in cars because he allegedly called himself the king of crime, something like that. Maybe he was just lucky to find Beyonce's laptop. Get it? As a criminal, that's considered luck. Damn, out of all the shit I stole Beyonce shit. It's either that or somebody told him what car was in. You know what I'm saying? Because his ass was on camera, though. They got his ass in that lot running around. And he knew he was about to get 5 years plus. So he took a plea. But at first, y'all, they didn't release the footage at first. When them allegations first went out, somebody broke in their car, it wasn't no proof at that time to the public. But now it is. But this only funny thing about it, the laptop had all her new songs on it. That's the only thing mysterious about it. See, it just so happened to have a lot of new songs. I think she was supposed to perform in Atlanta that night or that weekend, whatever. And when he did that, she couldn't perform her new songs. So that's the part that made me think it was an inside job or a hater, somebody. But he taking the rap. Meaning he said he did it. So he did it. But it all connects with the whole story. All of this applies to the Cowboy Carter tour last summer when Diddy was in trial. So she got a car breaking into. The robot spilled the drink on her. And then another show, the car cable was acting up. Looking like it's going to drop out the sky. He kept it calm. But these were malfunctions. 3 different things. And y'all know, it's what they say. Good things come in threes, bad things come in threes. That's some of the sayings, but you see these 3 things happen. And I think it was even more things happen on this whole. So like I say, due to the fact they control the media, they were able to suppress it or spin it as something else. But in black entertainment on your timeline, they wasn't letting you know it was all these malfunctions back to back, back to back, back to back. You just gonna get the Cowboy Carter tour was a success. Maybe it was, but it was other stuff happening. When they had people complaining, some like it was an elder woman trying to say she paid $600 for a ticket and they made her sit somewhere awkward where she had to go a bunch of stairs. So it was a lot of little riffraff. But remember, it was a fight. One of the concerts, remember they was brawling in the lobby. One of the concerts, they were fighting their ass off. The woman was fighting. So it's like, for some reason, her tour kept getting bad press. But this guy, he gonna take the rap. His ass he gonna do time. People are shocked after Beyonce seemingly experienced a terrifying stage malfunction involving literal robots. That's when that's when the robot spilled the drink on her, and you see she looking at the robot like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like if it was a human, you know they was about to get fired or cursed out. That was that look right there. So it wasn't planned out. It was little things happening. So I'm saying Beyonce's flying car malfunctions during the Houston concert. So when she went back home to give her epic performance, this what happened. When she go to Atlanta to drop her new songs, this guy steals the music. So all these different things was happening. Mind you, this all was happening while everybody was tuned into the Diddy trial. And that's what a lot of it was. So just to show you the end of an era, here's Eminem's wife, Kim, the one he always rapped about. His wife, she's going to prison. So I tell you, nobody's spared. Nobody's spared, even Eminem, baby mother going to jail. So you now see what I told y'all. There's some things going on. Everybody's going to jail, from the rich to the poor. You got it. His baby mother going to prison, y'all. Meaning Eminem can't save her. He can't even save her. Because what she did with that car accident, whatever she did, meaning he can't, they don't care. They don't care about that. We don't care. Nope, you won't get this time. You got it, y'all. Everybody's going to jail. I'm just showing y'all the narrative. Everybody's going to jail. Everybody that's not flying straight. So make sure y'all catch this movie. I know I'm going to watch it. God is God. Vivica Fox in the movie playing their mother, y'all. But I'm going to tell all you fathers, man. This movie is about them slaying their dad. That was a little fat. I told you, teens slaying their parents when I make all these jokes. You better not play with them kids. You better, I'm telling you, look. Yeah. So here you got it, man. But the movie, the father's the bad guy. The father is the bad guy. So the word is, they sinners, they wicked, and they don't believe in God no more like that. So on that note, Kevin needs some help. He going out bad. He's not gonna live down this roast. He's not gonna live it down. Now I get to show one more thing. If his brands are already ruined, his brands were ruined before this roast, y'all. So if his brands was ruined before the roast, what we think gonna happen to him now? And I'm gonna tell you again, it's not a mistake. We on YouTube all these years, y'all. The numbers going up. And now you see how the numbers are at an average tone of 700-800 in a live, because all those people are gone. People are gone, y'all. A lot of people are just gone. Whether they fell a victim to society, whether they're in a rehab, whether they're in a psych ward, whether they're in jail, whether they're in poverty, or whether some people got focused, went back to school, work. A lot of people are not around no more. And y'all all gonna put it together when you come outside. When you go in places, it's not crowded no more. It's not packed. When somehow you go in stores, going in, coming right out. See? Remember before you go in the store and people get on your nerve, other people keep asking, may I help you with that? May I help you with that? Can I help you with that? Because that's how much money was being spent. So many people in these stores. Now you go in the store, people leave you alone. You can shop in peace. And nobody rush. It's empty. They be happy now. So people are gone, y'all. They are. And then the ones that are financially broke, they hiding. Everybody that don't got a fresh haircut no more. Everybody that portrayed online, they were ballers. They hiding out. The girls, the women that used to keep their hair done, they hiding with bonnets on. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to come out. Everybody's gone. That's what I mean. People not themselves no more. So no, everything is real, but we're going to keep it going. So on that note, I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. Hopefully you got something out of this episode. But other than that, it's very dark. We're in a dark time. I'm going to say things won't get better to after Hov perform. All right? I think after y'all boy Hov perform and, you know, Jay-Z perform, do his thing, after July, maybe it'll get better after that. But I think until Hov bless that stage, it's going to stay like this. This is what's going to happen, y'all. That's what I think. On that note, I will check y'all later on. We out. One. What's up, Black Samurai? What's up, Dramatic? What's up, Kate? Shout out to the chat, Cash Rules. Miss B Loyal, Timo. Shout out to everybody that's catching this live and everybody in the replay. Shout out to the replay family. What's up, my boy AI? What's up, Fox? Good to see y'all, man. Good to see y'all. What's up, Black? Once again, y'all, we're going to get out of here. I ain't going to hold y'all up. We out. One. This is your brain on rap, y'all. Kodak Black. I don't think he never gonna get better. But y'all all got the end result, your brain on rap. With the drugs. Rap is a whole nother drug. So I'm saying, once you on drugs and rap, here's your result. When you got money, you ain't trying to settle down, get no girl, no wife, chill the fuck out. This is how you gonna be. Burnt out.